What if life didn't end with death? What if, instead, death is simply a transition, just another step in an endless journey of the soul? For centuries, humankind has pondered the question of what happens after we die. We've all heard theories, read religious texts, and seen films about the afterlife. But what if the answers were much deeper, more mysterious, and connected to something far greater than we've ever imagined? In this video, we will explore the profound concept of reincarnation, a belief held by many ancient cultures, religions, and modern-day spiritual seekers. Reincarnation proposes that our souls are not bound by the limits of one lifetime, but instead cycle through different lives, learning, evolving, and growing through each rebirth. But what if this idea wasn't just a belief, but a profound truth that has been hidden from us for millennia? What if your soul's journey through time and space is far more connected to the cosmic forces of the universe than we ever realized? The key to unlocking the mysteries of life, death, and reincarnation lies in understanding the soul's journey and its connection to a much larger reality. Could it be that the answers we've been searching for are already embedded within us, waiting to be uncovered? Join us as we dive into the ancient wisdom of reincarnation, exploring life beyond death and the path to enlightenment. Chapter 1. The concept of reincarnation across cultures. Reincarnation, or the belief that the soul is reborn into new bodies through many lifetimes, is not a New Age idea. In fact, it is an ancient belief found across cultures and spiritual traditions around the world. Let's take a look at how different civilizations have understood reincarnation and its purpose. In Hinduism, reincarnation, or samsara, is a fundamental belief. The soul is eternal, passing through a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The ultimate goal is to break free from the cycle and reach moksha, or liberation, by attaining spiritual enlightenment. Similarly, Buddhism teaches that the cycle of birth and death continues until a soul attains nirvana, the state of ultimate peace and enlightenment. The soul's journey through reincarnation is driven by karma, the principle that actions in this life affect future lives. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the idea of reincarnation was closely tied to the soul's journey through the afterlife. The Egyptians believed in a divine journey to reach the field of reeds, a place of eternal peace and harmony, where the soul could rest and continue its existence. Even in ancient Greece, philosophers like Pythagoras and Plato spoke of the immortality of the soul and its journey through multiple lifetimes. Plato's concept of metempsychosis suggested that the soul could enter various forms, including animals and humans, based on its level of spiritual purity.
What these ancient cultures all share is a common understanding that life does not end with death. Instead, the soul transcends beyond the physical body, moving through a series of lives, each one carrying the soul closer to its ultimate purpose. Chapter 2. The science behind reincarnation. While reincarnation has always been a spiritual belief, modern science has begun to explore the possibility of life after death and reincarnation through a more scientific lens. One of the most famous studies in this field comes from Dr. Ian Stevenson, a psychiatrist at the University of Virginia who spent decades researching children who claimed to remember past lives. Through careful investigation, Dr. Stevenson documented over 2,500 cases of children who provided accurate details about previous lives, details that could not have been known through ordinary means. These children often recognized family members or locations they had never visited in their current lifetime. His work sparked curiosity in the scientific community and offered a more empirical approach to understanding reincarnation. Some scientists believe that our memories may not be entirely confined to one lifetime. Quantum mechanics and the theory of non-local consciousness suggest that consciousness may not be tied solely to the brain, but could be a more universal phenomenon that transcends the body. What if, as quantum theories suggest, the soul is connected to a universal consciousness that exists beyond space and time? Could the memories of past lives be stored in a universal field of consciousness, waiting to be accessed through reincarnation? Chapter 3. The Soul's Journey. Understanding karma and rebirth. The idea of karma is deeply connected to the process of reincarnation. Karma is the universal law of cause and effect. Our actions, whether good or bad, create energy that influences our future. This law suggests that the soul's actions in one life have a profound impact on the next. If we accumulate positive karma, we are likely to experience a better life in the next incarnation, whereas negative karma may lead to difficult circumstances in future lifetimes. Reincarnation, therefore, isn't just about the soul moving from one life to the next. It's about spiritual evolution. Each lifetime is a lesson, an opportunity for the soul to learn, grow, and overcome the obstacles created by past actions. The soul's purpose is not simply to live and die, but to evolve and achieve a higher state of spiritual purity. The concept of karma also implies that the soul is bound to the cycle of samsara until it learns to transcend its desires and attachments, ultimately achieving enlightenment. Reincarnation is the process through which the soul purges its attachments and purifies itself for liberation. Chapter 4. Evidence of Reincarnation, Stories and Case Studies Throughout History. There have been countless stories and personal accounts of reincarnation. One of the most compelling areas of research has been the phenomenon of past life memories. Children in particular are often reported to have vivid memories of past lives, sometimes offering details that are impossible to explain. For example, there are cases of children who can identify places, people, and events from past lives, and even describe things that were unknown to their parents. In many cases, these children have demonstrated knowledge of things they could not have learned in their current lifetime, leading many to believe they are recalling experiences from previous incarnations. One of the most famous cases is that of Shanti Devi, a young girl from India who, at the age of 4, began speaking about her past life. She described in vivid detail her life as a woman who had lived in a town 80 miles away and had died during childbirth. Her story was investigated by the authorities, and many of the details she provided were accurate and unverifiable by any other means. Shanti Devi's case is just one example of the growing body of evidence that suggests reincarnation might be more than just a belief. Chapter 5. Reincarnation and Spiritual Enlightenment. Reincarnation isn't just about multiple lifetimes, it's about achieving spiritual enlightenment. The ultimate goal of the soul, according to many spiritual traditions, is to transcend the cycle of reincarnation altogether. This liberation is often referred to as moksha in Hinduism or nirvana in Buddhism. In these traditions, the soul's journey through life and death is meant to help it learn and grow until it reaches a state of spiritual purity and awareness that allows it to break free from the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. The soul then becomes one with the universe, no longer bound by the physical body or the cycle of reincarnation. This path of spiritual growth through reincarnation leads to greater self-awareness and compassion for all living beings. It is only through experiencing multiple lifetimes and gaining insight into the nature of suffering and impermanence that the soul can truly understand the oneness of existence. The mystery of reincarnation is one that transcends time, culture, and belief systems. While we may never fully understand the mechanisms behind it, the concept of reincarnation offers us a profound and empowering view of life, death, and the soul's eternal journey. Each life is an opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve, and the wisdom gained from past lives can help guide us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. By embracing the idea that life doesn't end with death, but is simply a continuing journey, we can begin to live with more awareness, compassion, and a sense of purpose. The path of reincarnation reminds us that life is eternal, and each moment is an opportunity for spiritual evolution. So the next time you face hardship or suffering, remember, it may be part of a greater journey. The soul's path is long, but with each lifetime, we move closer to understanding the divine wisdom that unites us all. If you found this exploration of reincarnation thought-provoking, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into ancient wisdom, spiritual truths, and the mysteries of the universe. Comment below with your thoughts. What do you believe happens after we die?
Is reincarnation real? We'd love to hear your perspective.